That'll for it. Okay? Whatever, man. Hey, come down there now. Yeah, I was on for 50 Hennessy. Woo, we not gonna get up on there. I ain't gonna get that remember, boy. You get hang on, boy, now. I get you right there now. Whoa, shit, man. Don't you worry about that, no, ooh, yeah, no, boy, that's no. I know what I'm gonna get them going. Who know what that don't boy, let me get you out there. I'll get you there, man. I'll get you there. What? That's the time. Who ain't gonna be a big deal? Whoa, yeah, we go good, boy. Ah, man. Yeah. Woo, yeah. Whoa, damn. Oh, that's okay, though, man. You calm down, man, boy. You calm down. I give you your hand. I know what time that's right, boy. It's that one. All right now. We there. You give me five. You give me five. Right now. Y'all got you there, queen out. Woo, yeah. Ooh, I'll take that money, boy.
Hello everybody, it's me Nate, aka Devil Dog, back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing Wreckreation. It was developed by Three Fields Entertainment and published by THQ Nordic and released on October 28th of 2025 for the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And it is an open world sandbox racer. Keep in mind, this game originally was announced quite a long time ago under the name of Dangerous Driving 2. So I don't know why they decided to change the name, but the main draw with this game, hands down, is a couple features. The first up is the game world map itself, clocking in at over 440 square kilometers in size. It's an absolute gigantic map, and while I love open racer games, I will have to say, are you guys trying to make up for something else being smaller? You know, because the game world's so big. I just have to point that out. The game world in this is a bit way too large. It really is. Now, I will say this, the overall size of the game, I tested this. Driving on the most outmost road throughout the whole game world with the fastest car takes you an hour and a half, okay? Yeah, an hour and a half real time. Yes, I'm not kidding. Now, as for this gigantic game world, I will give them credit. It is broke up into 4 different biomes or areas. You have your coastal regions, you have your desert regions, your forest areas, and your mountain ranges. And I will say, this is a game that, other than some small amounts of it, most of this game world is completely traversable. You can just take your car off road, as you'll see some of the footage I actually have on here actually shows that. One of the main things about this game world is the overall size of the game world. But I have to talk about the overall content in this game. First of all, the game world, while it is nice looking, it does have some textual glitches with it, with some of the trees textures popping in the distance. But considering how fast this game actually plays, I don't have a problem with that. But I have to say, the game world itself just isn't really that appealing looking. It looks nice, but you got your bridges here, but you never have those giant cities, skyscrapers or nothing. It's all these like little small clusters of buildings, and the world visually, it just doesn't have much in it. It's a huge world, but there's not much in it. Now you do get a decent amount of car customization from everything from colors to other stuff, and there's no microtransactions in this game, so that's friggin' fantastic right there. And it does come with a track editor. Now, track editor is something I really do have to talk about. It's actually quite interesting. The items you collect throughout your game around the area and stuff unlock these creation pieces, like certain parts, different ramps, loops, and stuff like that, that you can go into the creator mode and actually make some pretty decent tracks, which I'll talk about shortly. Now, one thing I pointed out while playing this, I'm kind of changing the subject here, but I've noticed certain aspects of this that remind me of Need for Speed and Burnout Paradise, and I couldn't figure out why until I found out that these are kind of the ex-creators of that. Yeah, these are former Criterion workers that joined the company of Three Fields Entertainment that make this game. So there's a reason why it plays and looks like Need for Speed and Burnout, because it's kind of made by the original people with a much smaller team and a much smaller budget, which always leads to overall quality issues and glitches. Now, as for actual gameplay in this title, yes, you can just free roam around, and there's items you can collect that once again unlock all kinds of crater pieces and stuff like that. But the main meat and potatoes on this is the different races that you have, along with the quote collectibles section. And the collectible section consists of smashing, hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of billboards, and also collecting hundreds upon hundreds of special collectible icons, different cars you can smash into to collect throughout the racing, and smash gates, all kinds of red gates that you have to go and smash, like what, 400 or 500 of them? Yeah, I mean, I know it's just for a trophy, but still. But honestly, I sit here and look at it and go, the track creator actually is pretty darn decent in this. And as you get pieces, you can place them in the game world and they stay there. Now, NPC cars seem to drive through them like they're not existent. I don't know if that's going to be updated with a patch or something compared when I reviewed this, but it was a minor inconvenience because I was able to make some pretty cool ass tracks and race them with no real issues. Now, I've been playing on PS5, and I did get a day one patch when I played this, and I didn't have really too many glitches with it, other than the fact that this game is only a $40 game, and it shows because once again, this is not made by a team of hundreds upon hundreds of people with millions of dollars of a budget. This was actually a budget title, and it shows. It does still have some heart and soul from the original Burnout and Need for Speed series. I do like a lot of the aspects with it, but there are a lot of problems with it, including when you race, you could only have 5 other opponents racing you at a time, which I kind of like having more. But, hey, 5 opponents ain't that bad. It does have the standard online mode and stuff like that, but I will say the handling with this, it's a little off. It seems a little loose handling, even for the best vehicles. The camera seems to have a seizure whenever you try to go into backup mode. And there were some bugs I did have at launch with my car not being able to drive through certain areas without just exploding for some reason. And the AI of enemies where they just drive off the road and explode and die, which I didn't mind that because it gave me experience for them killing, wrecking themselves. But like I said, you have a little bit of different content in this, other than the going around and collectathon that's in it. As for racing, you get your different normal races, your takedown races, and your time trial races. And, honestly, there's some pros and cons with it. So I'm going to get straight into the pros and cons of this game. The pros. I love the giant game world. I love a good world if it's open and it actually allows you to travel to just about every place you see. And in this game, it does allow you to go just about anywhere that they show on the map with any vehicle, which that was kind of cool. I do like the road rage mode in this. I do. It gives me a little bit of an old school taste of the Burnout series. I like that. And Live Mix, the mode where you actually create stuff, it is really decent. It does allow you to do some pretty interesting stuff. And I love the fact that when you build a ramp or a bridge, it actually puts the support structures down in the ground. and like it's actually physically there. So you can make these giant, monstrous, just enormously gigantic monstrosity racetracks in the air and everywhere else, which that I actually liked. I thought that was kind of cool. But I got to get on to the cons of this game. The takedown races. My God, what is the deal with this rubber band AI crap where it takes you half the race to even catch up to them? I'm going against a car that's obviously weaker than mine. I've got full turbo, like massive level turbo. I'm blasting my butt to catch up to him, and I can't get up and catch up to him. That I have a problem with the takedown races. It's next to impossible to get to the enemies in time. Now, like I said, mainly because of damn short time limits. Now, next up is, even though I like road rage mode, I once again have to point out the AI sucks. It sucks in this because they have the damn rubber band AI. I do not know why racing games has to do this crap with rubber band AI. I understand they want to make it more of a challenge, but when you're throwing all these other trash vehicles in the way that smash me and I wreck constantly, and the high speed of this game, no, you don't need to have a rubber banding like this. I realize it's a small group of people that made this, but there's no reason you would make a rubber band like that. It's too hard to actually get these AI races done. And next up, I have to point this out, the track creator. I liked it, but it just made me think of the track creator you could do from the Hot Wheels game that was way better. Honestly, I do have to say, I love the visual aesthetic of this one better, but it allowed you to do a much, much better create a track in old Hot Wheels games. But as for my final thoughts of Wreckreation, you have to take everything together as a whole. This was a small group of people with a small budget to make this title, and the fact they got the game world this large is very impressive, but over excessive. Guys, you're trying to show off. I think you took too much time in building a giant game world and not much in it. You know what? You can only have so many fields of corn and trees you drive through. There's no skyscrapers, no cities. There's small buildings, small areas, mostly all gas stations and a couple buildings. The game world itself visually looks nice, but there's nothing really going on in it. There should have been more stuff going on. I'm not saying actually have people, because that's another thing. There's no people in this game. There's no one driving the damn cars. If you look, there's no one even in the fucking driver's seat of these vehicles, which is like, okay, did you do that to save on time? I don't know, because they allow you to look inside the damn vehicles. So honestly, that kind of makes me wonder what the hell happened. I do love the fact of this style game of an open world game where you race around, you can smash other vehicles like Burnout and collect different cars as you move through and do different races. But I have to say, even at a $40 price point, I would still say wait for a sale for this game. I'm sorry, I do think Three Fields Entertainment do deserve to make another version of this in the future that's bigger and better and badder than before. And I understand they were working with a small team and a very small budget on this, and it did turn out to be a pretty decent game. I actually liked it. I played the living hell out of this. I can recommend it as long as you understand it's a giant open world game with no real visual standouts that really make it pop and look really that special. No giant cityscapes. Yes, giant bridges and stuff, but the game world itself is kind of bland. The racing itself is functional. It's super quick, super fast. I think the braking's kind of off, and the drift system is a little loose and floaty, but it is decent, and you're able to play it. Like I said, the only issues I have is the game world's too fucking big with not much in it. It's too hard to catch up to the other racers on the track due to the damn rubber band AI, and the fact is, there's nothing wrong with collectibles, but dear God, when you have like almost 2,000 collectibles, it gets a bit excessive. It really does get a bit much. But my own personal belief is this is a decent game, but I would wait until it's a little cheaper than $40 to pick it up. But that's just my own personal opinion. Please leave in the comments below if you played Wreckreation, if you agree or disagree with me on this video. Please leave lots of comments below. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And of course, here at Double Dog Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun. Play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.